The following is a presentation of ESPN on ABC.
This has grown into one of the bigger rivalries, in the conference.
Tremendous challenge going to the horseshoe. To find a way to get a win would be huge.
Penn State always plays us tough. They're not going to give you anything.
Saturday nights, primetime football.
This is what you dream of as a little kid,
Great day, all scarlet night in Columbus, Ohio. The inhospitable horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. A show of unity tonight. As we welcome you to Saturday Night Football on ABC, presented by Capital One, in this presentation of the Big Ten on ABC. It's a separation Saturday game between the Penn State Nittany Lions and the Ohio State Buckeyes. About 103,000 folks. Welcome, Chris Fowler, Kirk Herbstreit. These games are always fun. Ohio State, Penn State, typically four-quarter wars of attrition. Buckeyes come in on a roll. They've crushed everybody since the loss to Oregon here, but now begins the stretch run for this team, the defining part of their season.
Yeah, this is where I think you start to find out how good Ohio State potentially is, because, as you said, it's been building, and now you look at the schedule. You have Penn State, you have Michigan State, you have Michigan down the stretch. And for Penn State, man, they've been backed into a corner. It didn't go well at Iowa City. It didn't go well at home against Illinois. They need a win tonight, and they're going to come out swinging, I believe.
Got to count their defense. This Ohio State offense, number one in points and yards per game. C.J. Stroud, in his first year as a starter, has become a very serious Heisman contender.
Yeah, right now, from where he was at the beginning of the year when they played Minnesota, his first night of a collegiate pass attempt, to where he is now, he has really grown. The eye manipulation. Here's 3 vertical routes. He's got to move that safety towards the sideline. He does with his eyes and his shoulders, opens up the middle. And how about the accuracy? This is a 35-yard strike over the linebackers between the safeties. It's not just Stroud. Trevion Henderson has really come on himself. True freshman. Look at the patience. He's not going to take that first lane. He's going to wait for that backside cut to be there, and it just shows you how far he's really come as a runner. So if you're Penn State, you're Brent Pry, the defense coordinator, you've got to be aggressive. You got to try to keep everything in front of you. You can't give up the explosives, or it could be a long night.
Nittany Lions wounded, a little bit desperate. They were rolling along until this turning point moment 3 weeks ago in Iowa City against the Hawkeyes. Quarterback Sean Clifford takes a hard hit to his right side, had to leave the game. Hawkeyes roared back to win. 2 weeks later against Illinois, he just couldn't move. An obvious pain in that 9 overtime loss last week.
And a big part of what they do is they rely on his legs. I mean, think about this offense before his injury at Iowa City. Look what they were doing. 6.2 yards a play, 2.3 points per drive, to where they have been since then, the last 6 quarters. So we're going to keep a close eye on him. Hopefully his health is okay. They need his arm, they need his leadership, and they need his legs tonight to be able to run the ball and also extend plays in the pass game.
And find Jahan Dotson, one of the top receivers in the country, a guy who really hurt Ohio State a year ago. Great matchups on the edge. Receiving cores against DBs. Look for that tonight.
Well, that's the game within the game, really, on both sides.
Should be a lot of fun. Buckeyes. And here is the traditional dotting of the I. Connor Oppie from Bell Fountain, Ohio. Like all the folks dotting the I this year, they are graduates who came back for another year of school for this moment. They might mess with the uniforms. They'll never miss with that tradition. 75 years strong. Ohio State and Penn State coming up from Columbus.
The Nissan pregame drive is next, after this message and a word from our ABC stations.